let's go into my fish room, everyone. Littlefoot's in here hanging out, being super cute. So this is what you first see when you go into my fish room. This is my desk. It is an IKEA desk. It's pretty much just two pieces. This is one of the side IKEA desk shelves. I forgot what it's called. And then we put a lot of those legs with a bonus leg right here for support, since this is quite a big piece. And we also attached the desk together in the middle. So that is kind of what it looks like. Back here I have two options. I can either put more storage shelves if I want to, but I've been contemplating setting up my easel and turning this into my art corner where I can paint. I have my lamp here as well as my ring light. Once again, here is my computer with my really old mouse pad, but it's really cute because it's a little paw. And my monitors, I have a little tiny monitor. They don't match, they're both different size, so I'm holding them up with some books. I got my microphone, my little cup with coffee, and then right here I don't know what I'm gonna have yet. I wanted a lot of room so I can paint and work on art again, because I haven't worked on art in a long time. So I put my little lamp right here for extra light, and that's kind of what I got going on. Littlefoot, why are you so lovey-dovey? Littlefoot's giving me all the loves. And then down here I have a little extra storage, and then when you pull out my chair, which by the way was completely destroyed by Mookie. This is why we can't have nice things. I think I might try to reupholster it at one point or another. But when we move this heavy chair out of the way, down here is my little computer, my subwoofer speaker, and then this is Banana's bed. This is actually a cushion, an outdoor cushion that you can get. Oh, Littlefoot, why are you stealing the show? This is supposed to be about the fish room, not a cat room. What do you want?
Your cuteness must be in the video. I need to pet you. Okay, hold on. She needs to be petted. So after I pet her, my day can continue. Are you happy now? Are you happy, Miss interrupting my video? I can't keep petting you. Okay, I gotta continue. Banana! Oh, there she is. Place! No, that's not place. No, that's the wrong place. What are you doing? I guess. Okay, well, I guess that works too.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so on with the tour. So this weird majigger is my heating unit slash fan slash AC. I found myself not really using the heat much at all because the dehumidifier actually heats up the room quite a bit. So it's just here, but I think I'll probably be using the AC a lot. So speaking of the dehumidifier, it's right here. And currently it's off because it's very loud. It's the loudest thing in this room. And then right next to it is my first rack system. I've got some buckets on the bottom, my favorite panda rug of happiness. And this is the 20-gallon grow out tank. It has a couple female bettas that are still growing out in there, as well as a ton of endlers that are growing out. I've got 2 sponge filters going in there. And then up here I have all of my, well, most of my males that are divided. These dividers are from Life with Pets on YouTube, and they're awesome and I really recommend them. So this is a 20-gallon long, and there's a different male in every compartment. I haven't filled this up all the way either because I still have to set this tank up. I want to add plants and decorate it, but so far it's running. I've got sponge filters in every compartment except this one. I still have to add to that, but it doesn't matter because they all have holes in the dividers, so there's water flow. I have currently one heater in here just as a backup heater in case the temperature drops, but it is really warm in here all the time, so it's not really needed. And then right over here we've got some beautiful art. I've got a big koi fish right here and a smaller koi fish right there, 2 different types of koi fish, as well as my little fake blossom plant and random fish ornament. I would like to put up a drawer right here maybe and set up some more of my art, but this is the first part of my collection of art. I would like to have more fish related art, and I got some of this stuff from iCanvas.com. So let's take a closer look at the canvas. The cool thing about this particular print that I really liked is it looks like it's textured. So as you can see, it really looks like it's textured paint, but it's actually a flat print. So there are no bumps or anything on here. It's quite large. I got a big one and I got a very little one. And what I like about it is that it is printed and packaged locally, so actually just outside of Chicago, so it's good to support local businesses. Also, this wood is kiln dried North American pine, so this is what the frames are made of. It's very lightweight. As you can see, I have a tiny little nail in my wall, and that's all that is required to hold this up. It's super lightweight. They also package it in a very interesting way because they use a what they refer it as floating packaging. So instead of using bubble wrap, they place it in foam, so it's kind of floating inside the middle of the box, so this prevents it from getting damaged. So that's kind of pretty nifty and cool. And the best part is they have 80,000 different designs and prints you can choose from. So I chose these two, the smaller one as well as the larger one, to be kind of my large accent pieces, because even though there isn't any koi betta art, my bettas have been really inspired by the koi patterns, and that's what really got me into breeding. Here is a closer look at the smaller print. I actually like this one a lot more. Just the painting in general I think is really pretty. I didn't actually choose the sizes. You can choose your own size when you order these. I kind of left it up to the iCanvas team to kind of surprise me with something, so I got 2 different sizes. But regardless, I really like this. This is what it looks like in the back. It says, you know, who handcrafted this, and their phone number and their website. It says, out of passion for art, each canvas is created with handcrafted quality and premium materials. So there it is right there. I like it. Even if you don't have room for a really large painting, you know, you can get a smaller one. So I'm gonna put this back up here. Try to see if I can level it. There we go. So I think, whoa, I just walked right into my chair. I'm so drippy. So this is what it looks like. I actually have my lamp, this part directly shining into it, so it kind of really highlights the art. And I'm excited because this is the first ever pieces, and I think I just put this one back up here crooked, but it's okay. It's the first ever pieces of art that I hung up. So thank you for iCanvas for not only sponsoring this video, but providing me with some beautiful, beautiful art. Be sure to check out their website so you can see all the different prints they have. Besides fish keeping ones, they also have nature ones and fine art and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just really happy with the selection of fish related paintings, because there's not a lot of those to choose from usually. And a lot of us fish keepers like to decorate a room with fishy things. So that's kind of what's happening in this corner. Then here I have my really large pothos plant, and I tried my best to hide all my pump, my air pump, as well as all of the air tubes over here. So they're still visible, but they're sort of blending in, you know, with the plant, you know, which is okay. And then over here is kind of what I've done with the cables. I think I've shown this to you guys already. I might have, I don't remember if I did. But there's about 3 plants in here, which are fake plants. They're very easy, as you can see, to remove. So I can access all my cables if I need to. They're not all perfectly covered, and they don't have to be. I just want to sort of distract a little from all the cables, so it looks a little more like nature. So it's a fun combination of, I gotta save this one because one got stuck in there. It's a fun combination of some real nature as well as some fake plants. So let's move on over here. This large aquarium rack, I forgot what it is called. I'll probably have a link down in the description or somewhere in the video description what it is. But this is a heavy duty rack that can handle 1,000 pounds per shelf. And I got this at Lowe's. This one on the other hand, I don't remember, but I think this one was about 400 pounds per shelf. So even though my tanks are really small, I wanted to have the opportunity to upgrade if I need to. Plus this is a lot more sturdy. So I really like this. This was bought with the funds from the supporters on Patreon. So all of you guys that support me on Patreon, thanks to you, I have this really awesome aquarium rack. Up here is the female Betta sorority setup, which is still in its chaos state. I just have plants randomly floating in there. I will eventually set this up. I have a few of my keeper females as well as a few of the females that I'll be selling. At first, they didn't get along and there were some issues with it when I added new females, but now they've kind of settled down and it's a lot better. Over here, I have Japanese Bluegrass Guppies that I'm hoping will breed. They're really pretty. This is just one little pair that's got the tank all to themselves, but they're really beautiful and I would like to get more of these guys. So they've got their own little tank with a bubble filter and a little tiny heater. Moving down here, I have this little tiny shelf and it just has the things I use most often. And then on both sides I have my different worm cultures. So I have microworms and then I have banana worms. Over here I have my shell dweller tank with my little African cichlids. They're all out and kind of hungry and curious. These fish like to live and hide in shells, which is why there's so many shells at the bottom, and they also kind of like to dig a lot. So they've been redecorating this entire tank to their preference. And then over here is my 20-gallon tall tank, and it is also kind of in the state of chaos because I've just been letting the plants grow on their own however they want, and I've threw in a couple plants that I've gotten just for now. I don't have time to aquascape anything. I have a bunch of wood, driftwood, that they're still cleaning off. They're cleaning off this one from all the little fuzzy organisms and funguses that kind of grow on here. I have a chopstick in here, a metal chopstick, because I actually put cucumber on here to weigh it down. And they already ate all their cucumber, so I'll have to give them a new one. But these lovely Plecos that I have in here are albino fancy bristlenose, long-fin bristlenose Plecos, and hopefully when they grow up a little, if I have a male, they'll breed. I have 2 caves in here. I don't know if I have any males just yet, so we just got to give them a little more time to grow out. Now down here is my random guppy tank. It is a 10-gallon tank, and we have a really nice male and some females, and I'm just kind of letting them breed and see what happens. I kind of like one of the younger new males that is growing out right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Where did he go? He disappeared somewhere. Because that's the pretty male. Oh, there, yeah, he's up right above the pretty male. They're both, the pretty boys are hanging out together. So I'm letting them kind of breed over here, and then I have 2 empty 10-gallon tanks for any sort of fun future fish project, as well as my 5-gallon tall that I've used as my breeding tank before. I still need to clean it. And I also have another 5-gallon tank that is in my tub that I have to clean up as well. So there's definitely room for growing this fish room and improving. And then down here I have a lot of my storage containers, which I labeled. So I have filter media, fish food, fish meds and test kits, breeding supplies, and then I have some more in my closet. Now, I am not going to show you my closet today because it is still in a state of chaos. But I love these big doors. I can close my closet when I need to, and then it kind of makes the place look less cluttered. Or I can open it up, and there's also a light in there which provides more lighting for my room. So this is the ladder that I use to reach my aquariums at the top. It is called a Gorilla ladder. I got it at Home Depot, and it is a 3-step ladder. It has this nice handle right here, so I can use it to kind of prop myself up as I'm walking up and down the ladder. And also in case I start losing balance or feel unsure, I have something I can grab onto, or at least lean my legs and knees, which is really helpful for me because I'm totally accident prone and super clumsy. And while it is quite big, let me back up a little bit, it is quite big and tall. It lets me reach the tanks at the top. The nice thing is it can be put away and stored over here when I'm not using it. So I'm just going to back up a little bit, kind of give you the overlook of the room. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's not super fancy. The idea behind this is going to be the planted little slightly chaotic fish portion, which is going to be very influenced by nature. And then this part I want to be a more clean, I want some shelving up here maybe. And this will be my workspace slash art space. So it'll be like 2 different spaces combined into one. This little yin and yang of nature and chaos and a more clean, like organized space. So that's sort of what we're going for here. Things will change. This fish room is still in very early stages, but that is so far what I've managed to put together. I hope that you guys enjoyed taking a look at my fish room. It's not big, it's not fancy, but so far I love it. It is a nice space to be in and a happy space for me to enjoy. Oh, and last, I'll show you something pretty nifty. So I got this on Amazon. It's like a little thermometer, and what it does is it tells me the temperature, but it also tells me the high and the low over a period of 24 hours, and then it tells me the humidity and as well as the highs and the lows, so I can kind of monitor how the temperature fluctuates in this room. And then you can also check like all time as well besides 24 hours as a magnet on the back, so I can just clip it, which is convenient. Just got a little light if I need to light it up. It's kind of cool. I got it from Amazon, and I'll probably add a link down below. I'll try to link Amazon links to any of the stuff I have in this room. If you could get anything on Amazon, if you like something, you definitely can buy something from there. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to turn Betta around so we can enjoy her cuteness. She's like, what are you doing? I was napping. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to share it with your friends. Give it some love. Check out the other 2 previous videos where I kind of put this fish room together. And thank you to iCanvas for sponsoring this video. Oh, and Mookie decided to show up. He's like, what is the dog doing in the chair? I must investigate. So cute.